title day.
Welcome to Full Sail University here in Orlando, Florida. We are just 3 days away from NXT TakeOver Chicago, and we're kicking things off here tonight with one of NXT's hottest superstars, Drew McIntyre.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Ayr, Scotland, weighing 254 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
We've talked a lot about opportunities over the last few weeks, and Drew McIntyre has returned here to NXT to seize every last one of them.
And boy, is he capable. Only Lorcan, in my mind, pound for pound, one of the best competitors in NXT. Drew McIntyre dispatched with him handily.
Drew McIntyre has put on some fantastic matches since returning here to NXT. And Percy, you've known McIntyre a long time. You ever seen him this focused?
No, never. I mean, I've known this guy for a long time. Unfortunately, I've been in the ring with him and been on the receiving end of his punishment. This guy is devastating, and he has his mind on one thing right now, and that's the NXT title.
His eyes fixed on what goes down this Saturday in Chicago, no doubt, but tonight he'll have to face his competition.
I know I make it look easy, but yo, you gotta believe me. Don't believe what you see, it's a show, yeah, we put in the work. We go hard to the sundown.
And his opponent, from Shaolin, New York, weighing 191 pounds, Sean Maluta!
Sean Maluta we've seen before here on NXT, the Cruiserweight Classic this past summer, the nephew of WWE Hall of Famer Alpha as a part of the Samoan Dynasty. And the one thing we know about Maluta is that he will bring a hard-hitting fight every single time he steps in the ring.
Completely agreed, and don't forget, he's a third-degree black belt Taekwondo. If I were him, I would employ every drop of ability when facing Drew McIntyre.
Giving up a few inches to McIntyre. Some strength perhaps as well. But he does have that heritage and that heart.
A few inches and maybe like 75 pounds.
He really is a towering, sinister individual, isn't he?
There's a McIntyre, the big Scotsman, former Intercontinental Champion.
Takes the knee, but he's ready to go.
Look at the poise of Drew McIntyre. Are you surprised by this, Nigel?
I wouldn't say so. When I've been in the ring with some of the best, and they have that ability to just remain calm until they need it.
Drew is very patient. He will wait until the perfect moment, and he will begin to pick an opponent apart, piece by piece.
At the same time, Percy is that Scottish temper, and when he gets going, he's hard to stop.
I'm telling you.
Drew McIntyre was the talk of WrestleMania weekend following TakeOver as he watched the NXT Championship match between Bobby Roode and Shinsuke Nakamura from ringside.
Bad move.
Sean Maluta not going to back down from Drew McIntyre, even if he is looking up at him. Oh, and a chop to the mat.
Very little effect to Maluta's strikes.
Oh!
See the results there of McIntyre's.
Oh! Oh, it's just launching Maluta.
I mean, just manhandling Maluta right now.
Pure physical domination right now by McIntyre. Oh, and look at McIntyre.
Incredible.
Oh.
Absolutely no wasted motion from this big man. Everything means something.
Sending Maluda into the corner, gets the boot up in time. McIntyre staggered out of the air. Oh man, looked like a code breaker of sorts out of midair. Cover here from Maluda. This could do it. No, out at one.
Not close. But it did stun the big man.
Chosen one did look dazed.
Perhaps we didn't expect that. Perhaps we showed Maluda short.
Now McIntyre trying to collect himself in the corner here. And Maluda comes in with a forearm. That is the ability of McIntyre, the length. Made sure he was able to make the connection from really halfway between pillar and post.
That's the strength of McIntyre now after those 3 years away. Always had the basics, always had the natural ability, and now he has the innovation and the aggression.
Yeah, a lot of aggression here, unloading on Maluda.
And in an instant, lands on the apron on the outside and is up to the top rope.
And McIntyre dropping Sean Maluda. Oh. You can see McIntyre. Oh, he's feeling the effects of this match. Look at the right eye. He doesn't care.
Got a mouse coming up underneath that right eye. I think he's ready to end this one. That single leg Yakuza kick, if he can hit it.
Here we go.
Maluda. Whoa!
Got it.
Right in the face. McIntyre takes care of business here tonight.
Here's your winner, Drew McIntyre!
Ever since Drew McIntyre's return, he's been out for some very physical matches, and Nigel, he invites that type of competition.
He likes it. He likes to get in there and get hit and hit back as hard. That's certainly what we saw here today.
God loves physicality.
Maluda barely moving. McIntyre surveying his handiwork. Let's take a look exactly how he did it. Belly to belly, tosses him nearly 3/4 of the way across the ring.
Just out, absolute raw power from Drew McIntyre. The match will wear on. Sean Maluda, give credit. Oh, was able to do a little damage with the headbutt from the Scotsman, dropping Maluda.
And here finally, that single leg Yakuza kick right upside the jaw. Maluda is out. Count to 1,000 if you so desire. McIntyre,
Here's
one
your
step
winner.
closer.
Drew, you continue to impress here at NXT, even gaining the attention of former NXT Tag Team Champ Wesley Blake. But does this attention concern you?
Well, I appreciate you asking that, Kayla. But the answer is no. That doesn't concern me. What would concern me is if I didn't have the attention of every single person in NXT, including Wesley Blake. But if he's a little upset, he's got no spotlight, if he wants a little attention, how about next week I give him my full, undivided attention if he's mad enough to get in the ring with Drew McIntyre and fight?
Wesley Blake has his eye on Drew McIntyre. Could that be a costly decision for the former NXT Tag Team Champion? But let's turn our attention to last week, where we saw an incredible #1 contenders match between Hideo Itami and Roderick Strong. After a brutal back-and-forth encounter, a defiant Roderick Strong would attempt one last-ditch effort against Itami before finally falling victim to an earth-shattering GTS, cementing Hideo as Bobby Roode's next challenger for the NXT Championship. But it was after NXT had gone off the air last week that things got even worse for Strong as he was viciously attacked by Eric Young and his group of disciples. Sanity would absolutely destroy Roddy, leaving him prone to one final attack by Sanity's leader, Eric Young. After the attack, WWE.com cameras caught up with Roderick Strong backstage.
You okay?
I want sanity. I want sanity.
Oh, no, I'm just chasing the back. I just pulled the power. It's not over there thing.
A new baby. A beautiful fiance. At the pinnacle of your profession. And you want sanity at TakeOver? They call us crazy. Do you know how insane that sounds? Now, we normally don't take requests. But if you're looking for somebody to take that all away, look no further, Roddy. We will grant your wish, and I will see you at TakeOver Chicago.
Roderick Strong asks for sanity, and Eric Young has obliged. It looks like TakeOver Chicago just got even more intriguing. But coming up, the NXT Women's Division heats up as two of its most promising young superstars meet one-on-one. Sonya Deville faces off with Lacey Evans later tonight.
And after their face-to-face confrontation last week, Cassius Ohno has vowed to teach Andrade Cien Almas a lesson about not wasting opportunities here at NXT. Ohno and Almas clash in our main event tonight.
This Saturday, the TakeOver continues.
Every single person on their feet.
It's NXT TakeOver Chicago.
DIY will face the Authors of Pain in a ladder match.
My team of Dynasty will end their careers.
Asuka will defend her women's championship at TakeOver Chicago. Who will leave as the NXT Women's Champion?
The future of this brand is in my control.
Hideo Itami will face Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship.
NXT TakeOver Chicago, live this Saturday only on WWE Network.
Hey, look, we all love the Cruiserweights on 205 Live on Tuesday nights, but Wednesday nights, it's all about NXT.
First, you're absolutely right, and in just 3 nights, it's all going to be about NXT TakeOver Chicago, headlined, of course, by Itami and Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship.
Tell you what, this is a match I've looked forward to more than perhaps any. Itami, I think, has a great opportunity to knock off the glorious champion.
And for Hideo Itami, over the last few years, there's been a lot of ups and downs, and it all comes to a head in Chicago.
I am proud and honored to introduce to you a household name and one of the greatest stars in the history of Japanese wrestling, and the newest signing to NXT. International sensation, Kenta!
This is Dream Come True! As a tribute to my hero, I will be known as Hideo Itami.
Oh my.
Let him have his moment. What is this?
Oh! Hideo took out Victor!
Look at the newest NXT superstar go.
My goal is to be NXT champion.
Since his arrival 3 years ago, Hideo Itami has vowed to capture the NXT Championship, and this Saturday, Hideo finally looks to make good on that goal when he challenges the glorious Bobby Roode at TakeOver Chicago.
And as if TakeOver wasn't already stacked, the NXT Tag Team Championships will be on the line for the first time ever in a ladder match. DIY look to regain the titles from Paul Ellring's Authors of Pain, but will the addition of the ladders be a blessing or a curse for Ciampa and Gargano heading into Chicago?
And for the first time, the WWE United Kingdom Championship will be defended at TakeOver. After qualifying for the opportunity during a special UK Live event, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate will clash on NXT's grandest stage. But the question remains, will history repeat itself when these two come face-to-face in Chicago in a rematch from WWE's inaugural UK Championship Tournament?
We are live in Blackpool, England, at the sold-out Empress Ballroom. Tonight, we make history. Crown the first WWE United Kingdom Champion. From Birmingham, England, Pete Dunne!
I beat people. I own the ring. There's nothing that can stop me.
And his opponent, from Dudley, England, Tyler Bate!
I may be 19 years old, but I'm capable of anything I set my mind to.
Dunne, Bate. One of these men makes history tonight. Dunne with the bitter end. And Bate kick out.
Every single person on their feet.
Tyler Driver, a Tyler Driver. Tyler Bate's the champion.
All hail Tyler Bate.
The first ever WWE United Kingdom champion.
I'm 20 years old. Since the tournament, I mean, it's been wicked.
Welcome to the NXT Universe, Mr. Tyler Bate.
It's just motivating me more to take this United Kingdom Championship to bigger places.
Tyler Bate with the Tyler Driver 97 to retain his championship.
To me, it's just the beginning of something really special.
There will be some very big tests ahead for him.
He calls himself the Bruiserweight.
People saw a glimpse of what I'm about in the United Kingdom tournament.
Oh my God, what the hell, Pete Dunne?
There's absolutely nothing I won't do to win that WWE United Kingdom Championship.
At NXT TakeOver Chicago, Pete Dunne challenges Tyler Bate for the WWE United Kingdom Championship.
It's the thing that dreams are made of, really, isn't it? For moments like wrestling at TakeOver.
I crush people's dreams. Right now, Tyler Bate is living a dream. Well, at NXT TakeOver, another dream gets crushed.
I'll beat Pete Dunne at TakeOver Chicago. I've done it once, and I'll do it again.
Will it be the 20-year-old sensation Tyler Bate or the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne who leads NXT TakeOver Chicago as the WWE United Kingdom Champion? It's all about the United Kingdom Championship for Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne at TakeOver. But later tonight, it's all about Cassius Ohno looking to knock some sense into Andrade Cien Almas as these two superstars go one-on-one in our main event. And coming up next, we'll have footage from an exclusive interview conducted earlier today with the undefeated NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Don't go anywhere. NXT will be right back.
Captivating, dominating, intoxicating. You'll see, you'll believe, you will Experience. The Velveteen Dream. The Velveteen Dream.
Welcome back to NXT, and we want to send a huge thank you to Fozzy for their song Judas. It's one of the official themes of NXT TakeOver Chicago, and it's available now on iTunes and Spotify.
And as we heard earlier tonight, Eric Young has accepted Roderick Strong's challenge for a confrontation at NXT TakeOver Chicago. This match has been officially confirmed by General Manager Mr. William Regal. This Saturday, the Messiah of the Backbreaker has his chance at vengeance against the leader of Sanity.
Speaking of Sanity, the unpredictable Nikki Cross has an opportunity at Championship Gold when she goes to war with Ruby Riott and Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship in a triple threat match. Earlier today, our producers caught up with the reigning champ as she made her way to Full Sail and looked to get Asuka's thoughts on her challengers at TakeOver.
Asuka, you're going to be facing Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott at TakeOver Chicago. Do you feel any extra pressure about defending against two women?
Next question.
Okay, are you at all relieved that Ember Moon isn't cleared to compete at TakeOver?
Next question.
Okay, what is your ultimate goal as NXT Women's Champion?
Is this interview over?
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
I'm not sure what to make of that so-called interview with Asuka just 3 days out from her Women's Championship defense in TakeOver Chicago against Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Paris Island, South Carolina, Lacey Evans.
Well, Lacey Evans ready for action here tonight on NXT, and one of the more gifted athletes we understand that has come about at the WWE Performance Center. Percy, I know you've followed along closely what she's been doing in her training.
Oh, yeah, man. Of course, you know she's an ex-Marine for 5 years. She says she's the lady of NXT, but don't mistake her looks for her kindness for weakness.
She she wasn't just any Marine, she was military police. So that is short for Nigel. You do not want to mess with Lacey Evans.
I certainly wouldn't try to mess with her.
This is the women's division. We talked so much about Asuka for so long as NXT Women's Champion, but it's the new talent of this new era, this new attitude here on NXT, and Lacey Evans could be right at the forefront of that movement.
Certainly has a big opportunity tonight against another relative newcomer.
And her opponent, from Chemung, New Jersey, Sonya Deville!
Well, Sonya Deville, although a newcomer to NXT over the last year, Deville has made an impact in the short amount of times that we've seen her, a mixed martial arts background that she brings to the ring. Nigel, how difficult is it, that type of transition to sports entertainment?
It can go one way or the other. If you think of a great amateur background like Kurt Angle, he took to it like a duck to water. Other people, I won't mention them by name, not quite so easy.
Sonya Deville has trained in judo, Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu.
And she has a 3-1 record in MMA. From what I understand, she beat 2 sisters in one night. Knocked out one and submitted the other. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, my
man.
word.
Leaps into the strike there, the cover here, and a kick out by Evans. Oh, and look at Evans. Oh, right to the midsection. Now a cover here and a kick out by Deville. Oh,
man. Beautiful double leg, took her down. Decided not to follow up quickly, though.
Cover here from Evans, who powers out at 1.
Maybe he had a pride. Look, dropped behind. Body scissors. Has it in tight.
And trying to restrict the breathing here of Lacey Evans, but Sonya Deville, oh, look at this. Right across the cheek there. Now a cover and a kick out by Deville.
Yeah, that body scissors to control the body of your opponent, but also stop her breathing. Like a bear hug, constricting those ribs.
All that pressure on that abdominal section right there.
She's got to be careful, though. She's got to protect her neck.
We know how far the NXT women's division has come over the last few weeks. Cover here and a kick out. We know about the triple threat match.
Oh.
That'll take place at NXT TakeOver Chicago this Saturday, right here on the WWE Network. Nikki Cross, Ruby Riott, and Asuka for the title.
Take a look there.
Taking the gloves off here.
Deville taking the gloves off. Oh, my word.
Straight shots here to the midsection. Evans.
Too quick, yeah, she's got that training.
Sonya's toying with her right now.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, Lacey Evans with a right hand.
Did not expect that.
Maybe she toyed with Lacey too much.
And down goes Sonya Deville.
When you're in there with a girl like Deville, though, it only takes one good shot.
Oh. Lacey Evans, we talked about it, making the transition from her time in the United States military now into sports entertainment. Oh, and the neck breaker here on Deville. Oh,
okay.
Right into the cover now, and Deville added 2.
Evans really showing something, some innovative offense.
It's a very exciting time right now in the women's division across sports entertainment. We know coming this summer here to the WWE Network, the WWE Women's Tournament. Cannot wait to see what's in store with that.
Strong side kick from Deville. Came all the way from Iowa. Or was that Idaho?
Get you a map. Oh! Right on the side of the face. The step-up kick there. It looked like cover. And Deville, with a smile on her face, puts away Evans.
Here's your winner, Sonya Deville!
Smug look across the face of Deville.
Oh, you put your hair up and square up.
Take a look at how she did it.
This is after Deville took the gloves off and was wailing away on the midsection of Evans.
Here it goes for the standing neck breaker with the arm trapped as well. An innovative way into the pinfall attempt. And then finally take a look at this. Shining Wizard on a standing opponent. Got her upside the jaw. Looks like he knocked her out pretty much cold. A very determined individual. She could be in line for a title opportunity very soon.
The future looks bright for the NXT Women's Division. Sonya Deville looking very good here tonight.
And coming up next, Cassius Ohno does battle with Andrade Cien Almas in our main event. Can Andrade focus himself long enough to gain a much-needed win against Ohno? Or will his streak of losses continue at the hands of NXT's resident knockout artist? You don't want to miss this one when NXT returns.
So from this moment on, you have two choices. You can choose to jump on board and be a part of Bobby Roode's NXT. Or you can hit the bricks just like Shinsuke Nakamura did.
Wait a second.
Hideo Itami.
And he's come out here for a purpose.
A lot of questions about Hideo Itami's status, his future here on NXT.
Oh!
This is my NXT!
Oh no! Oh no!
Wait a second!
Gotta sleep! GTS to the NXT champion! Hideo Itami with an emphatic return here to NXT.
The throne will be overthrown. The vulnerable will not be left alone. Cutthroat elite can't force that we need. Fall to defeat, our kids can't see.
Welcome back to NXT, and you're listening to the song Overthrown by Hacktivist, one of the official themes of NXT TakeOver Chicago. It's off their album Overthrown, available now on iTunes and Spotify.
And tonight, NXT is brought to you by Rocket League, an award-winning hybrid of arcade soccer and driving. Rocket League is available now for PS4, Xbox One, and Steam PC.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Dayton, Ohio, weighing 270 pounds, Cassius Ohno!
Cassius Ohno looking to make it a magic moment here tonight in Orlando, Percy, sporting the old Penny Hardaway era magic gear.
You know how he does it. That's my boy, Cash Money Ohno.
Cassius Ohno back here on NXT after some time away, and he's been looking to make up for the time he lost, looking for new opportunities, but other superstars like Andrade Cien Almas think he's stealing opportunities from others.
I'm not sure if I'd agree with that, but, you know, I'm not going to argue with a man like Almas.
And his opponent, from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 215 pounds, Andrade Cien Almas!
You know, I saw this guy in the gym with an I Love Me Some Me t-shirt on.
Can't say I'm surprised.
What's your problem with that, Percy? You don't love yourself?
I do, but not to the extent where I got to tell the whole world to wear it on the shirt. You must have bought the rest from Terrell Owens.
Andrade Cien Almas, some have questioned where his focus lies. Percy, you said you've had a good account and you've seen this guy out partying till all hours of the morning. He's missed gym sessions at the WWE Performance Center. He's been frankly trashed in the face of WWE officials.
Well, I mean, that's correct. I have seen him out. I've had a friend of mine that owns a bar downtown, said he was out about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. He needs to transfer his focus back into the ring and not on women and partying.
Can you guys stop snitching on this fella? He's enjoying his time as a superstar.
It's not snitching if everybody in the world knows what you're doing.
He's like George Best or Pete Rose, you know? He's just throwing his time away from his work.
Must be Andrade's sponsor now.
Pete Rose. Did he get tombstone by Kane? Look where that got him.
Excellent point, Tom. That's what I'm talking about.
So here we go. Andrade Cien Almas one-on-one here with Cassius Ohno. And simply from a competitive standpoint here, this should be a fantastic match. You got the knockout artist in Cassius Ohno. Andrade Cien Almas, when he's focused, is an incredible athlete.
Well, let's see. There we go.
Now see, this is his problem right here.
It looks focused to me. Focused on having a rest.
It's too much conceit. He needs to focus on what's happening in the ring and performing. This is not a performance right here. He needs to fight.
Maybe in the mind of Andrade Cien Almas, this is performing.
And the bottom line is, fellas, if he wins, it doesn't matter.
Oh! Single leg takedown there. Now Cassius Ohno, big man on the move here, off the ropes, and whoa! Showing off some agility there, and there goes Almas.
Oh! Nice standoff. And of course, Ohno, world travel, he's been in the ring with as eclectic a group of competitors as anyone I can think. Really does have a technical mastery.
Shot there to the midsection from Almas. Oh!
Disrespectful right hand. Oh!
Yeah. I was thinking about the rolling elbow, and Almas gets out of the ring.
That might have been the smartest thing he's ever done in life.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cassius Ohno. Whoa, was looking to fly. Lands right on his feet. Oh!
Big boot from Ohno, and yes, Almas does need to focus. He needs to get on track. But we've seen him do it time and time again. This man plays the long game.
Oh!
Though he is looking a little bit tired.
Well, if you've been out till 4 o'clock in the morning, it's a little hard to rally. Out onto the apron. Oh, and caught with a boot here by Almas.
How's that for rallying?
Andrade Almas able to turn this thing around. Cassius Ohno could be hurt.
This June, get ready to get loud. See Bobby Roode, Asuka, Sanity, and so many more when all the excitement of NXT heads your way this summer. Plus a special appearance by Cruiserweight Champion Neville, Jack Gallagher, and more live. WWE presents NXT Live, coming to the Download Festival weekend in Derby and a city near you on the following dates. Tickets are available. For more information, head on over to WWE.com.
Oh, Andrade Cien Almas all over Cassius Ohno here tonight on NXT. Oh, man. Andrade Cien Almas believes that Cassius Ohno has been afforded opportunities because of the love from the NXT universe. And meanwhile, Cassius Ohno believes that Almas has squandered opportunities because of his focus outside the ring.
I'm tending to lean towards what Cassius Ohno said. I mean,
Boot there, and this is the vicious side of Andrade Cien Almas.
I say just judge people on what happens in the ring. If you can get the job done when the bell rings, so be it.
No telling where Andrade would be. Look at this. No telling where Andrade would be if he would put more focus on the ring. He might be a champion right now, for all I know.
You're absolutely right. It's been inconsistent with Andrade Cien Almas.
Look, at the end of the day, he's a special type of superstar. He's an enigma. You could almost call him ingobernable, which means ungovernable. You can't control the man.
Now into the corner. Ah! Oh! No respect whatsoever from Almas. And Ono made him pay for it.
Oh, he's asking for more.
Oh, and look at Almas firing back with forearms. Now Almas able to collect himself out on the apron, trying to get back inside the rope.
Oh, no.
Tries for the armbar on the rope on the apron. The ref's going to have to break it.
After the count of 5 here, it does break the hold.
Some damage done, though, to that elbow joint with the armbar attempt.
Up to the top turnbuckle here. What is Almas thinking? Almas with a drop kick.
Cash is still nursing that arm.
Cover here, and a kick out by Ono. And
right back to it.
Right on top of the injured arm, perhaps.
Into that Fujiwara armbar, but you see there, Ono's trying to push that shoulder underneath himself to release the pressure. Smart move, great technique.
Up, shoulders down for a second.
But almost keeping hold of the arm. Trying to cause as much damage as he can before Ono can slip out.
Jackson's got to reach that rope to see if he can get this hold broken.
Just a simple armbar at the moment.
Last thing you want to do is go through the rest of the match with one arm.
Almas appears driven and determined in this match.
Oh, this could be a mistake. Is he trying for the same thing twice?
Oh! And Cassius Ono able to battle out of the corner. Oh! The chop takes down Almas. Oh, and the pump kick.
Now almost in serious trouble.
Oh. Right there to the midsection. Now Cassius Ono has an opportunity in this match. And the spinning neck breaker.
Look at that.
Okay.
A man 270 pounds nipping up to his feet.
Boy can move.
Oh. Now almost whipped across the ring. Oh. Cassius Ono could put this thing away right here, and a kick out by Almas.
So close.
Almost got to dig deep, though. We've seen him do it, though, on a number of occasions before. Takes a look behind just to make sure Almas is still there. Perhaps a moonsault.
What do we got?
What is Ono thinking about here? Could it be time for a moonsault?
Oh,
no! Took too long. Almas is there.
Came up empty. And now drops the elbow. Cover here, and Cassius Ono's still in it.
Lying in wait, playing possum. Classic Almas. I don't think he's missing a beat, fellas. But he's got to put Ono away. Cassius Ono is not a fella to mess with.
Yeah, was thinking suplex there for a moment against Ono. Almost trying to outpower the bigger competitor.
No chance. Ono pushing those hips back.
Oh! And planted on the top turnbuckle.
Oh, man.
Driving forearm right across the chest underneath the jaw. Almost prone now on the top rope. Both men precarious.
Ooh. Oh, look at Almas. Look at Almas with these shots, and down goes Ono.
That could have been in a bar fight in Tijuana.
Chopping down a tree.
Oh! No. And somehow Almas is still on his feet. Oh! Right to the back of the neck.
How? How does he have the ability to eat a boot and then go for a maneuver and connect like that.
He's Idolo. That's how.
Oh, it dominates into the corner.
Didn't think twice about that, did he?
No, not that time.
Almost could capitalize right here, but instead looking to dish out more damage.
Here it is. Oh, he tried for that hammerlock DDT. Great wherewithal from Ono, though, to push him back in the corner.
Cassius Ohno saw it coming. Oh, boot right across the jaw. Uh-oh.
Oh! Tornado, inverted DDT. Oh! He kicked out on
Look at his face.
An act of defiance from Cassius Ohno. The fighting spirit of this man refuses to quit. That almost may give him no chance.
Whoa! Pop kick. And almost struck with the rolling elbow. And one more puts down Almas. The knockout artist strikes again.
Here's your winner, Cassius Ohno!
What a hard-hitting, hard-fought match. Ohno in the end came out on top. But say what you want about him outside of the ring. I think almost had a great showing for himself. Time and time again got close to beating Ohno, but ultimately just came up short.
Absolutely right. Incredible showing here by Andrade Cien Almas. And it's Cassius Ohno who was defiant in the face of Almas. And here's why. Watch this. The spinning tornado DDT. This will put away most men, but Ohno kicked out with authority.
That act of defiance, as I said, from Ohno, gave him the impetus to hit that jumping kick. But again, look at the fire and the passion from Almas. Screaming in the face of Ohno, but a rolling elbow was enough to put the man from Mexico down for the 3 count.
Almas accused Ohno of squandering opportunities. Ohno making the most of this opportunity here tonight.
And speaking of opportunities, former NXT Tag Team Champion Wesley Blake looks to get back his winning ways when he takes on Drew McIntyre next week, when NXT comes your way in a special episode from Chicago's Allstate Arena.
Chicago is going to be rocking because we'll also see the mysterious Aleister Black in action for the first time from the Windy City. You do not want to miss this special edition of NXT right here next week.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is to determine the #1 contender for the NXT Championship.
So here we go, Roderick Strong and Hideo Itami, who will earn an opportunity to challenge Bobby Roode for the NXT title.
Hideo Itami has been with NXT for 3 years, but he's been out with injury for 2, and he's not going to let anyone get in his way, including Roderick Strong.
See the massive scar there on the shoulder of Hideo Itami. An injury from several years ago, but it's gotta bother him at this point with what Roderick Strong's doing to him.
Now he's cooking. This is when Itami is most dangerous.
Uh-oh. Oh, and another backbreaker! Cover on Itami! Is Strong going to Chicago? No! Neither man is backing down. This is getting physical here.
Back and forth now, Strong in trouble. Will this be the end?
Oh, up on the shoulders. Oh, no. Hey, Tommy, go to sleep. What a match. Hideo Itami will go on to face Bobby Roode. Roode and NXT TakeOver Chicago for the NXT Championship. Coming up this Saturday night live here on the WWE Network inside the Allstate Arena, NXT TakeOver Chicago. Hideo Itami challenges for the NXT Championship against Bobby Roode. The question is, will the glorious era continue, or will Hideo Itami seize the opportunity that he has earned this Saturday night in Chicago?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your NXT champion, the glorious Bobby Roode!
Bobby Roode not taking his sweet time to get down to the ring today. Clearly has something on his mind. And I, for one, can't wait to hear what it is.
The NXT champion Bobby Roode rolling into the building in style earlier on here tonight on NXT. Just 3 nights away from NXT TakeOver Chicago. Bobby Roode's got to be thinking all business, thinking all about Hideo Itami.
Without a doubt. You got to be thinking about that GTS too.
The way that Hideo Itami stepped right up to the NXT champion and put him to sleep. Bobby Roode had better bring his A game this Saturday night in Chicago.
So, everywhere I go nowadays, everybody is talking about Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami this, Hideo Itami that, go to sleep, GTS. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, really? I mean, sure, he's knocked a couple people out. He may or may not have broken a jar or two along the way, but I mean, come on. I mean, I can admit it. I'm a man. I can admit it. A couple weeks ago, Hideo Itami knocked me out with a GTS right here in the middle of this ring. Oh yeah, I can admit it. I can admit it. I was standing here minding my own business in a $5,000 custom-made suit, I might add. Just like the one I'm wearing right now, completely minding my own business, and in comes Hideo Itami, picks me up, and knocks me out with a GTS. Completely unprovoked. Well, Hideo, I really hope you enjoyed that moment, because I promise you that will never, ever, ever happen again. Because the difference between what happened on that night and what's going to happen in Chicago at NXT TakeOver Chicago is that I'm not going to be standing here in the middle of the ring in a $5,000 custom-made suit. I'm going to be standing in the middle of the ring at the Allstate Arena in my boots and in my gear, taped up, ready to go, and do exactly what I've done every single night with every single guy that has been in your shoes, Hideo. I'm going to beat them. I'm going to embarrass them. And I'm going to make an example out of you, Hideo Itami. I mean, let's think about this for a second, people. I mean, let's think about Hideo Itami's career here thus far. I mean, he was here, and then he was gone, and then he came back, and then he got hurt, and then he came back, and then he got hurt, and now he's back again. And I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, I didn't even know the guy was even employed here. I didn't. But on the flip side of that, I mean, think about what I have done here at NXT. Let's think about my track record and how I have taken the NXT brand to heights that has never been seen before. And you, Hideo, you're going to have to fly back to Japan and look at your wife and your little kids in the eye. And you're going to have to tell them that Daddy failed again. only this time you failed because of the NXT champion, Bobby Roode.
Oh boy. Hideo Itami.
You don't need to do this right now. Calm down. Look at, not the time right now.
Last time these two in the ring, Itami knocked out the NXT champion, and Mr. Regal's trying to restrain Hideo Itami, trying to calm him down.
I know Hideo Itami, and that's the smart thing for William Regal to do.
I can't believe Bobby's trying to tell Hideo to calm down. He's backtracking.
Well, he's ready for a fight now.
Go right now. Yeah. Go right now. Huh? Come on, Hideo. Huh? What? That's right. Get out of here.
Oh, look at Itami. Itami right through the security. Takes down the NXT champion, and Itami is all over Roode. And now security is ripping Itami off the Oh, and look at Itami lashing out. Itami's dropping security.
Hideo Itami is furious. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, GTS.
Not the security.
And a second.
Itami is running through the security, staring down Bobby Roode. Oh, this could be Bobby Roode on Saturday.
Roode has got to watch his potential future.
Oh, Bobby Roode from behind on Hideo Itami.
Oh,
Go to sleep. Hideo Itami, one final message before NXT TakeOver Chicago.
The go-to sleep is what it all comes down to. He hits that. We have a new NXT champion.
This Saturday, the takeover continues.
Every single person on their feet.
It's NXT TakeOver Chicago.
DIY will face the Authors of Pain in a ladder match.
My team of Dynasty will end their careers.
Asuka will defend her women's championship at TakeOver Chicago. Who will leave as the NXT Women's Champion?
The future of this brand is in my control.
Hideo Itami will face Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship.
NXT TakeOver Chicago, live this Saturday only on WWE Network.